Let's grab one of our Santa hats.
We're going to start with this white horizontal stripe mesh, and mesh comes in all sorts of colors, shapes, and sizes. And here I have a little bit left over, so I always like to put the leftovers to use. We're going to deal with our self-healing mat and our rotary cutter. These two go hand in hand with one another. And we're going to cut pieces approximately 18 inches long. So we're going to need one piece for every twist tie. And once you cut all of your mesh, you can start working it into the frame. We're going to start with one of our 24-inch wire work forms. So these forms have all of the twist ties on them, and they come in so many different colors. We're using the thicker tinsel ties instead of the pencil. So just go throughout your entire forms and start opening up the twists. So now that we have our mesh cut, all we're going to do is just scrunch it up in our hand. So this is known as a ruffle technique in the deco mesh world, and it also just looks like a bow tie. So this is one of the easiest techniques you can do because it's honestly foolproof. Even if your poofs or your ruffles aren't perfect and they're a little off kilter, it's not going to matter. So we're going to place one piece of mesh cut 18 inches long in every twist. So all of the products we're using today can be found at nicksseasonaldecor.com, and there's so many different color choices and varieties you can do. So since we're finishing up the end of the roll, what ends up happening as you approach the end is the mesh typically curls up on itself. And other techniques we've shown here on Hometalk, we actually take them and apply them like that. But today, since this is the end of the roll, it's just going to curl up on itself, and a fresh new roll will kind of be a little bit easier to work with. But we don't like to waste anything here, and we're able to create about half the wreath using that leftover roll. Another easy thing you can do is lie your piece of mesh flat on the table and scrunch it up. So, whatever's easiest for you as long as you create that bow tie. Then what we're going to do is just continue the same process. Just work them around the outside now. Make sure they're well twisted so that the mesh doesn't pop out, since we're not going to be adding anything else. So now that our base is complete, we can work in our face. So here we have our Santa face. We're going to take a couple pieces of wire. This is just 22 gauge florist wire. And I like using wire because it's not as noticeable. You can also be using pipe cleaners. We have beige pipe cleaners. You could use a white pipe cleaner for down below. Anything to kind of take away from seeing the actual mechanics. We're going to take those wires now, feed them through the holes. All of the circle signs are pre-drilled, which makes it a lot easier to secure them. So just twist it around. Do the same thing down below. And now we can secure it. So to secure it, anything heavy, when it comes to mesh reeds, I always recommend you secure it to the metal frame and not just the mesh. Mesh has a tendency of sagging over time and pulling the products down with it. So definitely secure it to the metal frame to prevent it from kind of slowly creeping its way down. Flip the wreath back over, and then you can start pulling some of the mesh through. I don't care if my face is really tucked in. I think by having the white mesh around it, it looks, like the Santa's beard. So just kind of fluff your mesh out a bit. Now we just have a little Santa hat, and I'm just going to take a few pieces of wire to secure it. So I'm just going to poke those wires right into the Santa hat. Okay, and then what we can do is we can secure it to the top of the head. And there we have a cute little Santa hat. So I think he would be cute with a little bow tie. So here we have one of our 2.5-inch snowflake ribbon, and this has the snowy edge. So this has that soft texture, which is like the hat, and I think this will look really nice underneath the Santa face. So we're going to start off by cutting 2 tails, or just one long piece of ribbon. Then what we'll do is we'll create one loop about 4 inches wide, and another loop. And to finish off the bow, we'll do what I call a button loop. And that's just a little loop to cover up the pipe cleaner. Snip your ribbon off. Take your tails. The tails don't have to be the same length. I actually prefer them to be a little bit off. Grab your pipe cleaner and secure. Take your bow, and I'm going to place it right about here. We can take our tails and dovetail them on either side. So to dovetail, take your tail, fold it in half, and cut from the middle out towards the edge. So in today's case, we're going to cut from the middle out towards the snowy edge. And that creates a professional end. Pull your tails down. And you can also give them a little crease too, so they have a little movement. And there we have it. So let's hang this wreath up and show you how it turned out. And here is our finished Santa wreath, and I absolutely love it. I decided against working in any flowers or greenery, and ultimately we came up with that pretty bow tie idea underneath the Santa face. And I think that was the perfect finishing touch. So for wreaths like this, I recommend going on the lighter side and not working in too many products to take away from the Santa face or whatever face you choose. The part around it, which is all mesh, is to simulate kind of the head. So we worked in a little top hat. We used 1 1/4 rolls of mesh, the Santa face, a work form, and just a little leftover ribbon. So this wreath can easily be replicated for around $20 or so. So thank you all so very much for watching. This is Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Hometalk. Bye, everyone.
We're going to start by removing the tinsel from this decoration, and once you removed all the tinsel, you're going to have a frame like this. Next, you're going to get your mop head. You're going to want to take each piece of the mop head out simply by just pulling like so. Once you have all the strings removed from both mop heads, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get each string, and we're going to tie it to the frame. We're going to tie it on this row here, this row here, this row here, and along the sides to about right here. So what you do is you take the string, fold it in half, so you have a loop. And what you're going to do is get the loop, bring the 2 ends underneath through the loop, and then pull down. And you're just going to continue doing this all along the frame. Once you've covered the frame with the mop heads in all those rows, you can turn it around. You can see where I've done that. There's that first row, second row, top row, all along the sides here. We're going to get an extra mop piece. What we're going to do is create a loop here. And this is what we're going to do for hanging it. Just tie a knot. This will be the loop that you use to hang it up on your door or wall. Okay, then we're going to go back. We're going to add a few more mop pieces along this center line just to make sure we have full coverage. Okay, once you're done and you're happy with the thickness of it, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get each piece of mop and you're going to separate it. I find it's easiest to pull from the top and just bring down. And this is just to give the gnome a little more realistic look of a beard. Okay, once you've separated all the strings, and you can go ahead and take this opportunity to get rid of any of the bottom pieces like the lint. You can get your scissors and just kind of trim up the beard. You can do it in a V, or you can leave it kind of uneven, however you like. Once you have it all trimmed and you're happy with how full it is, you're going to go ahead and get the Santa hat. And we're just simply going to put the Santa hat on top of the frame, like so. Once you put the hat on and you're happy with how that looks, we're going to go ahead and get the wooden knob, and we're going to determine where we want to put the nose. I think that's a good spot right here. There's a bit of the frame, sturdy section there. We're going to go ahead and hot glue that nose right there. Stick it right there. Once you have the nose set in place, we're going to go ahead and add some glue right along the tip there, and we're going to have the hat secure itself so it looks like it's scrunched down on his nose. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and just attach the hat on the side of the frame with some hot glue. And there you have your Santa gnome.
I hope you enjoyed how to make a Santa gnome. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.